Gizela. Metametse, there were Canada, or with Janka, which I have Crocas of Crowakai, or in Jankaba, and Tinaba and Yipawa to Yavi. To the point then who were Kande, Nesan Kavi, na common fan, Numpoim and Faman. Mr. No quality a crupo, no quality a crupe. Piara, a bind down, Nessa Canada. No common funding, I mean, Kaka credit term. Echo Bojasa, why a double grand or Meko Bojas, the Nano to Kunskan or the Yabai, the son or ye orphan MP. Sika, this is common fund. Yenya Womazaman, 2.9 billion. What do I say? 291,000 Ghana cedis. Common fund. Awutu Park, Ulisiesi, Nempa Baka Chermade, Nyankubin or Yaman, Maman 45,000 quote, Maman 27,000 quote, Awutu Park and Awajahun, Sika Koninchen 73,736, Tetena or 730 million. It's a car nowadays. Obrachre Kopon. Only a double grand or Nina Nuncratawo. Aja men paid and canopan. O Sunday, says Yamioka say 2 months ago, I buy Braham fertilizer, or bread DCEB, or bread MPB, mentioned or commercial. Fertilizer 300 bucks, ammonia 100 bucks, a brew 100 bucks. And say a kada buy now a woman no, I MPino, sir, Bibi I watch and also Sakamuda. Now, so a Canada in Yabi, and Masramo, Obiara, Obedi, Nodoya, or Mesro, you met Piara, what I shall on Sunday no car. You met Piara, what I shall on Sunday, the Monocar, Nakanina ye, and Mancasame Bay, Busume Soani, Nanso, Sika, Pruba Mano. Mepa Busume Sonya Pusika Ma Pruba Mano, or ya 3.6 billion, 368,000 Ghana cedis. And see, Sir Ekada Abanyo will be on Yawa Banti in Yashe. Naturally, Dr. Baumia, and Nanekufa, Leo Bunia. Shada, the equipment to buy, on the time was signed, no problem. Parliament, no problem. But the Kawa was the MPP abandoned all the Bonite, all the Bomosi be nano, Mokamuson were approving. Only the Monka Mokamu. Juma Power did the Monka, and Master, Yabaya Akin Far, Yankanoka, name me Bunkontai, Bibia Maka.
It is in Awutu Senya West. Awutu Senya West, the constituency of Gizela Tete. That's where the Awubi Festival is done. Let me give you a bit of the history of the Awubia Festival, and then we can then get how sacrilegious this is. It is in Awutu Senya West. Awutu Senya West, the constituency of Gizela Tete. That's where the Awubi Festival is done. Let me give you a bit of the history of the Awubia Festival, and then we can then get how sacrilegious this MP's behavior was. Historically, the Awubia Festival marks the end of the farming season and the harvest period. It is a time of thanksgiving to the ancestral spirits and deities for a bountiful harvest and to seek the blessing for future prosperity. The festival also serves as a vibrant display of cultural identity and communal unity among the Awutu people. The celebration includes various rituals and customs that have been passed down through generations. A ceremonial procession led by the paramount chief and elders, adorned in traditional regalia, proceeds to sacred grounds where libations are poured to seek guidance and blessings from the ancestors. So this is Gizela. She attended the Awubia Festival. Of course, she's member of parliament and she needed so to do. But this is the story. So Dr. Baumia was invited by the chiefs as a special guest for the Awubia Festival, okay? He was invited. So he was invited in his capacity as vice president of Ghana. In fact, they wanted the president originally, from what I'm hearing. They wanted the president. Somehow the president's schedule is is plenty. President happens to be outside the country somewhere in Asia, I believe. So Mahamudu Bawumia goes in there almost representing the president, but in his capacity as a vice president. So he goes there and there are presentation of awards. Gisela receives an award, of course, for being the member of parliament for Awutu Senya West. She receives an award. At the Awubia Festival, she receives an award. Dr. Bawumia is there. When Dr. Bawumia arrived, he goes around to shake hands with everyone, including Gisela. Dr. Bawumia shook hands with her. She should come and tell me that it's not true. We have the video. Dr. Bawumia shook hands with her. When he arrived, he's shaking hands with the dignitaries. Nice lady like that. What kind of behavior is this? Dr. Bawumia shook hands with her. And then went around to shake hands with everybody. And the chiefs were happy that the vice president had honored the invitation for the Awubia Festival. They all stood up. And then the NRA Assassini was played. The NRA Assassini, it was done. Bam, you know, the abridged version they do when important people arrive at places. And then they all sat down. Then the chief spoke, everybody spoke. And then the special guest of honor was speaking, addressing the audience. She knew that the MC, the chief, there's a chief who is an MC, who is now introducing Dr. Bawumia to come. And then she walked out with her supporters that she doesn't want to hear what Dr. Bawumia has to say. I think this is terrible. Parliament's privilege committees must deal with it. Put Gisela's photograph there. Parliament privilege committees must deal with it. We can't have Gisela is ordinarily, this is an Atete's sister, a former foreign minister. This is her sister. So you would assume. I've interviewed Hannah Tete countless occasions. Here on Good Evening Ghana, when she was trade minister, I've interviewed her so many times. One thing you get with Hannah Tete is the decorum. That's one thing you get with Hannah Tete. Have you ever heard? That is why when the NDC in the year 2008 wanted to change their image, when they conducted the rebranding at the National Theatre, Hannah Tete was the person the NDC used to rebrand itself. Hannah Tete and Alexander Segbefia. They were the people that NDC used to rebrand themselves because Professor Mills was unhappy with this kind of gangster politics. Insulting, fighting, violence. Professor Mills had taken over the leadership of the NDC and he said that he wasn't going to have that with NDC. So he decided that for his 2008 election, he would conduct a rebranding. And he had two faces for the rebranding. The female face was Hannah Tete and the male face was Alexander Segbefia. This is Hannah Tete's younger sister. Where did she learn these things from? Where did she learn from? Show me your friend, I'll show you your character. Show me your friends, I'll show you. Look at what she did. So it's just so debasing, it's terrible, it's horrendous, and it's uncouth, to say the least. You are a member of parliament. The vice president has come to your festival. This is your festival. And the vice president arrives and shakes hands with everyone, including yourself. You receive an award as member of parliament, which you deserve. The vice president congratulates you for the award by clapping his hands when you were called. When the vice president is about to be called to give his speech, you rise up and walk out. If she was walking out in good faith, do you know what she would have done? She would have stood up and gone to the dais and say, Mr. Vice President, I beg you, I need to go. You know it's campaign time, so this one, I beg you. And say, Nananom, Pachon Pede, Mr. Kwanka, Krebi. And then the MC will say that Gisela Tete, a member of parliament, or Awutu Senya West, also Podo Srekwan, inti Opodo Oko, inti Akwanda Ho. This is what seasoned, well brought up people do. You don't rise up and pretend you are some macho woman and walk out with your supporters because you want to show that you have ignored the vice president so that NDC people will hail you. This is the kind of politics that we must stop. When political parties hail people because they can insult. When you saw that, where is Bobby's picture? Put it back there. They are doing radio program, and Foundation for Future, Media Foundation for West Africa says that 80% of their content is insults. And that is how you get plaudits in a political party. Because you are insulting, because you are rude, because you are uncouth, because you are violent. That's how you rise in a political party. Our children should not come and see any political party in Ghana that is rewarding such uncouth behavior. Political parties should not reward such uncouth behavior. We all remember how, okay, he's died, so I won't talk about him. May he rest in peace. I won't even mention his name to take your minds to it. But this was a gentleman who Kufuor as president had to deal with. He's an MPP man. But he was so Rambo that the president had to call him to order that you cannot do that in MPP. We should, and thanks be to Kufuor for his decorum. Glory be to Professor Mills, may he rest in peace, for his decorum. And why are these things creeping back? Are we growing bad leaders? Is that what we are doing? We have done well in the past and we are doing worse in the future? Are we growing bad leaders? Is that Professor Mills's NDC? The one he said we should rebrand and take away the machoism and the uncouthness and the terrible behavior? Is it coming back again? Why is it coming back? Civil society, please deal with this. Parliament, ask her at the Privileges Committee, what was the reason for her walkout with her supporters in such a bullish and rude manner when the vice president was sitting down with the chiefs? She doesn't respect her own chiefs as well. You walk out on the vice president and your chiefs, the chiefs that are the reason why you are there. You walk out on them and the vice president because it is campaign time, because you have to show that you can show the vice president the highest disrespect. You have to show that. My goodness. Shame on you, Madam Gisela. Shame on you. Don't do that ever again. You are a member of parliament. And we all want to be members of parliament if there's opportunity. We want to see that being a member of parliament is something that we want to emulate. This your behavior. Nobody wants to emulate it. No one, no NDC member, no MPP member wants to emulate this your shameful behavior. My goodness, what is this? What is this? What is this? Shameful. Not because he's MPP or he's NDC. We can't build a society like that. The president of Ghana is the president of Ghana. The former president of Ghana is the former president of Ghana. It is very, very important. The former chief of staff of Ghana is the former chief of staff of Ghana. It is very, very, very important. We are building a nation. We should stop this disgraceful behavior. Totally disgraceful.